Folks, we know YouTube is hard. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But there are one or two things, 5 things in particular, that a lot of YouTubers are not doing right here, right now, that can instantly improve your channel. That's where we're going to start, and then we're going to look at channel reviews just for you. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome once again to vidIQ. My name is Rob. If you're not familiar with vidIQ, we are the YouTube tool and channel that aims to help you get more views in less time by educating you on your YouTube journey. And as always, on these live streams, I don't do this solo. We are joined as always, well, I say as always, last week we were minus Jeremy Vest, but he has returned from a little bit of entertainment in Las Vegas. And what you might say usually is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but Jeremy was out there auditing everything that he did in Vegas. So, Jeremy, welcome back to the live stream. It's great to have you on again. Tell us a little bit about what you were doing last week in Las Vegas.
Sure. So there was a conference Sean Canal put on called Grow with Video Live. And we went out there and audited over 100 channels in 2 days. I'm pretty tired still.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Great time. Great event.
Awesome. So yeah, Jeremy was busy actually auditing people's channels live last week while I was doing it. It was almost like a multitasking here at vidIQ. So welcome everybody who's just joining the live stream here. Let's do a couple of quick shout outs. Hyper Shiva, hello to you as usual. Adventures of Paul, My Stuttering Life. Welcome back. Oh, Jeremy, I did My Stuttering Life last week. This channel is so inspirational. A channel about trying to get through the day-to-day journey of having a stutter. And cool. I did an intro. I showed the intro channel, and I think like his channel had 100 subscribers, and then like 10, 20 people subscribed to the channel just from doing the audit. It was amazing stuff. So hello to you again, My Stuttering Life. Who else have we got? Kalex, TB, Vladman, Fizz, Jeremy. Do some shout outs here. Who have we got joining us here in the live
Dragon
stream?
and Leron. And
hello, Leron.
Rocking C. Homestead, Kimmy. Hyper Shiva again. Castleberry, what's up? How you doing? Just hit 124 subscribers over the weekend. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Sir.
Well done, sir. Yeah, so it looks as if we've got a mix of regulars here and new people. Just to let you know, we do channel audits every week here on the live stream. If you want your channel audited, there is a link in the description right now. It's a Google form. Fill that out, and we've already got some lined up. But if you fill it out now, we'll probably be doing some more after a little bit of a break here on the live stream, and we'll try and get you in for the second part of the stream today. So, Jeremy, we are talking about some very simple things today to improve your channel. So just while I set things up here, I'm going to press a few buttons on screen to make sure that Jeremy can see my screen, which helps us present this to you together. If I press the right buttons, it's going to be that one. Let me go to, let's see, it's that one. So Jeremy, you should be able to now see my screen. Can you confirm?
I can.
You can, and then for everybody else, you should now be able to see my screen. Seamless stuff here at vidIQ as usual. And what we're looking at today is you can spend so much time improving your content and working really hard on presentation, graphics, lower thirds, your editing skills, and that all takes time over weeks and months. But Jeremy, you've sort of acknowledge that there are 5 super simple things that we can look at on your channel which you can work on and maybe spend 5 minutes on every single day improving, or a simple switch today that could improve your channel in the long run. So why don't you start, and we'll kind of do this together as usual.
Sure. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide
absolutely.
Here. So thumbnails are people just don't understand. They spend a lot of time and money and effort and energy making these great videos. Well, the number one way most channels get organic traffic is through the right-hand side suggested rel. That means your thumbnail is going to be the determining factor if people click on it. The title and thumbnail combination is even more powerful. But right now, we're just talking about the clickability of a thumbnail. One thing you really need to remember is you have to stand out. So if everyone in your industry is doing green and blue, you got to be purple. You got to be different than your competitors. It's not good enough to have a good thumbnail. It actually has to stand out from the crowd. Another thing, which I think is illustrated very well here, is this on the left-hand side was our thumbnails as of, I don't know, 5 or 6 months ago.
Yeah, March, April time. Yeah.
And the right-hand side is our current thumbnails. And real quickly, I'm just going to go over the 3 or 4 reasons why we've doubled or tripled our click-through rates on these.
I think it's increased at least like 30%, I would say. From improving the thumbnails, yeah.
So the first thing we got to look at is the size of the face. Your eyeballs, the whites of your eyes, are actually extremely important from a subconscious perspective and a nonverbal communication perspective. Another thing is the YouTuber face. Interest, intrigue, excitement, entertainment. People want to click on something that they feel like is like curious or exciting or entertaining or what's that, mystery. So the reason people have these weird YouTuber faces is you're really subconsciously bringing in this kind of stage of, oh, what is he looking at? Or, this looks interesting. And clearly, from the left hand to the right hand side here, you can really see the difference. Another thing is saturation. You want to pump up those colors, because if you don't do this, thumbnails are so small, it's going to kind of, Rob almost looks ghostly, compared to the right hand side. And you want to bump up sharpness. And, so you want your thumbnails to be colorful. You want them to be sharper than your competitors. And you want to have a really nice background, and you want consistency in your fonts and your background colors, so that when people see the vidIQ thumbnails on the right-hand side, they know it's vidIQ. They know it because of the logo, because the consistency of our fonts, our typography, our background, and our YouTuber faces. So this one simple little tip, just making better thumbnails, can go a long way. Can you go to the next screen?
Yeah, I was just going to say, so folks, if there's one thing you take away from today's live stream, it's practice your YouTuber face, as Jeremy puts it. That weird, shocking one. I mean, there is a comment here. I think somebody's posted they don't like the YouTuber face. But that is a core element of making... Like, what term do we use? Do we use clickbaity or more enticing thumbnails? And I'm sure if we did a quick poll here and said, folks, left or right, which thumbnail do you prefer? I would hope that the majority of you would say right, for all of the reasons that Jeremy said there. So yeah,
but if you didn't, we have the data. So
we do have the data, yeah. And yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. This is the data you can see here. So the first thumbnail represents January to April, where we had an impression click-through rate of about 2.5%, and then from June to August, where we've been working really hard on our thumbnails, that's increased click-through rate by a percentage point, but in real terms, that's about 40%, which has led to 20% more views. So
and this is channel wide. If you look at from an individual. We went from like 2.6% impressions to 7, 8, 9% on an individual video level. So this is channel wide.
Yeah.
This is huge. 20% more views by better thumbnails channel wide. That's insane. If you look at the individual videos, we're talking 200-300% more views on some of these videos, or click-throughs, not necessarily views. So it is huge. This is channel wide, and we don't have a small channel. So this is a big growth improvement. And
you will find that when we're auditing the channels in a few minutes, our eyes are always drawn to the thumbnails as the very first thing we see on the channel. It's unavoidable. So as Jeremy says, you could spend hours and hours and hours on a video, but if you spend only 5 minutes on a thumbnail, then there's a misappropriation of resources, I think, there. What have we got next here? The subscribe watermark. Very topical on vidIQ this week.
Yeah, so a lot of people put their logo or nothing on this bottom right-hand side element. The problem with this is the way it actually works is when people roll over in platforms, so on the app or on their desktop, or in their tablet, when they roll over or mouse over or hover over this area, you actually get a subscribe button that pops out. So it makes more sense to use this, make it look like the YouTube colors, and use this as a function of subscribe in line with the video. So a lot of people use their brand. I don't really think this is a good branding opportunity. It's too small. But I would love to get everyone's opinion. Out of these 4 you see here, what is the best one? Let us know in the comments.
Oh yeah,
Which one
interesting
does
canvassing
better?
here. So just say, folks, like top right, top left, bottom right, and we can find out there. Yeah, I just add to Jeremy. We did a video on this yesterday. Well, if you've seen that video, you'll know which is our subscribe mark. But when we changed to a subscribe watermark button or whatever you call it, a specific one for the entire duration of the video, that increased our subscriber clicks from that source. And we're not talking channel wide, but from that source, we were getting maybe 1, 2, 3 clicks a day, and it shot up to like 11, 12, 13, and now we're at about the 20 clicks a day just from that one source. So it's a relatively small portion of your overall subscribers, but every click counts. And if you can add, maybe that might contribute another 5 or 10% worth of subscribers each month. But over the course of a year, for us, that's going to add up to, what if it's 20 a day, 600 a month? That could add up to about 7,000 extra subscribers for us each year. We're getting some results now in like top left coming from Logan Loves Learning, top left and top right from Cooking Lessons. What have we got? Top right and bottom. So
and someone mentioned that Tim Schmoyer said that YouTube doesn't want us to do this subscribe style. The only thing I'll say about that is YouTube uses this subscribe button on several of their channels.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, it's news to me.
I would also add other YouTube experts such as Dara Leaves, Nick Nimmin, they use it as well. And I checked the support page for water branding, and there are no guidelines about not using what you call a subscribe watermark. So we're not going to disagree with Tim, but this is... so many people are using it, and I would be astonished if any channel got a strike for this unless YouTube published a post saying do not use this. And thousands of channels would have to change their answer to that.
I've been doing this since like 2012, so I think we're good.
Jeremy Vest is the Yoda Jedi Master of YouTube. Do listen to him.
I'm just old, that's all.
He's just old. So yeah, it looks as if we're getting like top right or top left was certainly the two bigger suggestions. So thank you for your contributions there, folks. What are we looking at next then? It is ask subscribers. Oops. I'm just trying to make that disappear. Okay, ask for subscribers in the beginning.
Yeah, this is which comes first, the chicken or the egg. Mm-hmm. Most experts and subject matter experts and all these people in the industry tell you, don't ask for the subscription until the end of the video. Well, what's the problem with that, Rob? What's the fundamental problem with that?
Audience retention is a bit of an issue if you are waiting to deliver the entire value of your video and then asking for that call to action at the end.
So here's my alternative for you guys. Say something like this in the first 30 seconds. Hey guys, if you found value in this video, I want to make sure you subscribe and comment before you leave. So if you find value, right? So I'm not asking you to subscribe now.
Yeah. I'm
subconsciously planning that into you before you leave. Maybe you'll remember to subscribe if you found value.
Yeah, cool. What I've tried on vidIQ sometimes, like the silent subscribe call to action. So I might be talking about the video itself, but a little caption comes up on screen, like the subscribe animation. So it's
right.
It's not directly telling you to do this. It's a bit more subliminal, and it's not interfering with what I'm trying to present at the time. So yeah, I think that's an excellent suggestion there, Jeremy.
And to cover the whole like learning model of kids and adults, I would do both. I would actually do audible and visual.
So you're planting that subscribe idea in somebody's head and saying, if you enjoy this video, then subscribe. It's in their head to maybe do that action later on. And again, as you say, that's another simple tip that you can just add in, make it 5-second little audio pieces as you're in the first 30 seconds of a video.
And if you do 40 of these small, simple things, what happens to your daily subscriber count, right?
Yeah.
You get 2 or 3 from here, 2 or 3 from there. Next thing you know, you have 20 new subscribers, 40, 50 new subscribers a day. And it's actually a snowball effect and a big deal. So the thing about YouTube is you have to do a whole bunch of small stuff to make a big win.
Yeah. Marginal gains everywhere on YouTube to be had. Auto-populate drop-down. What have we got here?
So basically, besides some really cool vidIQ tools, which I'm not going to get into right now, the first way I call these root keywords, the core keywords. So if I was talking about the universe, I would, type in how big is the, and then universe auto populates. And what's really cool about this, and a lot of people don't understand this, what shows up in order is what YouTube thinks is the most important, most searched for terms.
Yep.
So how big is the universe is the most important, most searched for term for the term how big is. So when you're starting to figure a niche down and focus your channel, you can use this to understand the search intent of what people are searching for. And Rob and I really preach, you have search intent plus passion equals an awesome channel. So you have to understand what people are searching for and make answers to those questions and be passionate about this topic. So if you're, if you love to bake cakes, maybe, how to make a princess cake, you can figure out exactly what people are searching for. Then you can go make the content you want, but using the tag styles and descriptions and show formula around what people are searching for. So you have a good blend of passion and search intent.
Boom. And the final super tip we have here. This screen looks very familiar. What do we have here?
I'm going to let you take this one.
All right, then. Jeremy is having a verbal rest here as I tell you what this is. It's a very big but simple tool to click on. It's our channel audit tool. And this, when we can't give you an audit here at vidIQ in this live stream, which is happening in around about 2 or 3 minutes, this is your audit home. It sits there 24/7. You can click on it and it tells you everything you need to know about your channel in terms of what you're doing right. So we can look at this right here and say that for velocity, views per hour, videos that are doing well right now, how to start a gaming channel in 2018 is one of our most popular videos. We perhaps need to do more helpful videos on games, because we know there's a lot of gamers who are at vidIQ, and that's why you may have seen a video about how did Ninja crush YouTube in 2018 and how to have a successful Fortnight channel. I know some of the audience are going to be a little resistant to that, but if the analytics are telling us that this content is doing well, then it's only natural to follow up on it. But you can also look at your content in other ways, like what is generating the most conversation, how to directly contact YouTube support in 2018. For us, we get a lot of questions that unfortunately we can't answer because we don't have access to your channel from a YouTube perspective. So how can you contact YouTube to get that help? We did a video on it, and a lot of people are asking questions about that. So this channel audit, which separates into individual categories, can really be helpful. And just the one on the far right here, the competitors one, this is super awesome for discovering what your cluster channels are doing. Cluster channels are those who operate in the same YouTube space as you in terms of content that they produce. And right here we can see that our good friends, and Jeremy saw Sean Cannell last week in Las Vegas, how to get views when starting YouTube, 3 tips for new beginners. Maybe that's something that we can think about as a topic very in the near future. And I can just see right at the bottom there, Jeremy's little face on hashtags. And what's that showing us is that traffic that's sending videos that are sending traffic our way. So that's super popular way of getting content, as Jeremy's already alluded to. Suggested videos. Thanks, Jeremy. You're giving us views on the topic of hashtags, and it's like
I'm number one.
You are number one, and
I'm your wingman for your channel.
Yeah, and you can see again on the content to double down on that we have a video about hashtags, which was popular as well. So there's all these little connections that are going on, these mini algorithmic relationships that this channel audit will help show you. I guess the devil is in the detail, and this is where we can tell you about how to improve thumbnails and maybe what titles are good for humans. But in terms of the algorithm, this channel audit is just, I would say, the most powerful tool we've ever built. And as Jeremy has often said, one of the most powerful tools in video marketing. I think you phrased it as before. I
said the most powerful tool, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that.
There we go.
Hey, can you go one slide down?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I just switched to, okay, that one. Yep.
So when you're using this audit tool, the idea is you explore, you see what's working and what hits, and then you keep on doing more and double down more of that. So the idea is you figure it out with the tool. These are the videos working the best. These are videos working the worst. And then you double down on the things that are working best. And you let the data actually dictate what you're going to make. And you don't have to do that. You know, if you have a passion and you don't really care about views and subscribers and making money and all that stuff, that's fine. You do whatever you want. But if your goal is to grow your audience and your views, figure out what's working and just do a whole lot more of that.
Data-driven decisions, and I can see that Super User Tech Mods is in the live stream. Folks, if you want an example of this, Super User Tech Mods is still a relatively small tech channel, but he has found his niche in NVIDIA Shield content, and whenever he does content like that, his views go through the roof. So if you can, just visit his channel and see what his most popular videos are. And the data, as Jeremy says beautifully, the data is dictating how he should govern his channel. All right, so that's 5 super things we have there as we go back to Jeremy on full screen there. Hello, Jeremy. Thank you for that wonderful presentation and contribution there. If there's any questions that any folks have, do let us know as I just do some quick fixes to get us ready for the next part of this.
Patty asks, what do you guys think of the other subscribe button? At first, I was like, what is she talking about? But you can actually do a hard like URL subscribe, and when you click on it from like Facebook or a website, it'll actually pop up a subscription box and you can click confirm, so you can actually start the process of someone subscribing. A light box pops up and then they can click confirm to subscribe. Personally, I think this works quite well, and I don't care if it's distracting or not if my goal is to get someone off platform to come be a subscriber. So for example, all of my links on like Facebook and my website actually have this subscribe equals, confirm.
Confirmation -1 type linky thing.
Yeah, so it has this link so that people don't just come to my YouTube channel. They come to my YouTube channel, and if they click the word confirm, they're subscriber. Boom. I've already owned their media, their attention off platform. They're already on my website. They're already on my Facebook or Instagram page. So it's not like they're new people. It's actually people in my world. So the reality of them clicking confirm is actually extremely high.
Patty Broussard, I saw you did a super chat. Thank you very much. I just want to go to that before we move into the audits. Appreciate everything you do, guys. Rob, I really enjoyed your video about adding a subscribe icon. Thank you. We've reinforced that here in the live stream. It was so well put together, very informative and easy to follow. Thank you very much. Oh, somebody giving me some credit there on on a video. Thank you very much. Next week, I'm doing a video all about 4,000 hours of watch time, because we get asked that so many times. I've already done the video. Looking forward to you folks watching it. All right, Jeremy, are you ready for some channel audits? I'm all pumped up here, ready to give the audience some real value here. And I'm delighted to introduce some new transitions here, which unfortunately Jeremy won't be able to see or hear, but they should, fingers crossed, work. So let's do this. Channel audits, here we go. It's a little weird because Jeremy and I hear absolute silence, but we know on the live stream that it does actually show you the graphic and the audio. Anyway, the first channel I want to look at here, Jeremy, this is a really interesting one because I think it shows the power of branding, consistency, and thumbnails. This is a channel, a foreign channel, as you can see, which I've translated, but you can still see from the channel banner that it is a foreign channel. I'm not sure what the language is here. Maybe it looks like Czech or Polish. It does say new episodes every Sunday, but the question I would ask to you, Jeremy, and all of the audience is, can you tell what this channel is about purely by the thumbnails and the channel banner? And the answer is...
No. But maybe food.
You would not say that it's super obvious to tell that this channel is about snacks and chips and and chocolate bars.
Well, can I say why I kind of freaked that out? It's because share some, would you? I was reading before I looked visually.
Hang
So I
on.
was reading
Have
their
I forgot to share my screen with you, Jeremy? Is that why we're completely...
I'm looking at YouTube, but yes.
Oh,
Please.
right. Okay. Sorry. Let me get that fixed for you. Right. Now you should be able to see the same one. Okay. But yeah, you were looking at the...
Share
the channel,
some,
right?
would you?
Yeah.
And obviously I knew it was about food.
Yeah.
But it did I mean, people have a lot of videos. I wasn't 100% sure it was about snacks. Now that I look, I can see it's snacks, but at first glance, I just knew it was about food. I didn't know what kind.
Well, I thought it was very apparent just from a channel banner and the blurred image of the chips.
Right.
Maybe it's because I'm a chips aficionado and I know what Lays are and everything. But I just thought that the thumbnails here, like we see the YouTuber face, and I just think that these thumbnails look fantastic for a channel which has, well, for me it says it's got 903,903 subscribers. I think there's a little error there on the count, but I think it's under 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, I mean, anything general that you're spotting here beyond the thumbnails that we could probably see, Jeremy?
I think the thumbnails are great. I think his face is too small. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. It looks like the newer videos.
Yeah,
is perfect.
There's an evolution of thumbnails, isn't there? Yeah.
The only thing I would say is I would challenge him to get more saturation, because it's actually not, for the colors in all of the snacks, it's not very colorful. So I would pump those colors up, the midtones, highlights, and shadows.
Yeah.
A lot to make it more colorful. But I love what he's doing. It's brilliant. And more YouTuber face and more color. I think you'll do a lot better.
In terms of the niche, would you say that we know what the channel is about in a broader sense, but maybe there is more a niche element that we could add to it, like
what I would do is, like, for example, Cheetos toast with cheese and cheeseburger. I would actually make how-to videos on how to incorporate these snacks into other meals. So like from shakes to hamburgers, or what I would basically also make snack related recipes, so that you can get more than one niche here. And there's actually a lot of restaurants in America that do weird stuff.
Right.
I live in Texas, and the Texas State Fair is coming up, and they like deep fry every snack in the world and do all kinds of weird stuff. But believe it or not, there's a lot of search intent around the world about the weird stuff we do here in Texas. So I think there's a lot of opportunity, but my suggestion would be to think outside of the snack box and incorporate weird recipes and find things that people are searching for, because I don't think in general people are searching for Kit Kat. I just don't think they're searching for that. So you need to, again, find a way to mirror your passion for snacks with the search intent of what people are searching for, and find some type of balance and some type of way to match those two things together.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at the rest of the channel. Maybe we could do a bit more with playlists. They seem a little random. Just looking at them briefly.
Overall, the titles are decent, but I think you could get a little more search intent in there. Yeah. Like in the shop, obviously, is not going to give you any search intent.
And just to end with, I can see looks possibly like an intro video. This gentleman has wallpapered an entire wall with chips. I hope you have. How shall I put this?
Look at the subscriber count now.
Oh wow! You've now got 9 billion subscribers. Congratulations!
You're now the biggest YouTube channel in the world.
No idea what's happening there, but congratulations! Maybe everybody on the live stream has subscribed and more. And good to see that he's using the subscribe button in his own language as well. That's awesome. Awesome stuff there. Awesome. So that's Lalit45.
Good job.
Good job there. Next channel we're going to look at is, I think, is this translated? This isn't. It's Fun to Fantas Topic. This is a channel that I can't really follow at all. It looks like it may be another foreign language channel here. I guess the biggest question is, what is this channel about? Because I cannot really pick up a strong sense of a theme here.
I think the theme is shareable viral.
Shareable viral content. Yeah.
Maybe you don't own all of this content. Maybe
that's the question that immediately comes up to mind as well.
But a couple of shareable viral video content is huge, and if you look at most of the stuff people share on Facebook, you will see like this is kind of the most of the stuff happening from a shareability perspective is this type of content. The warning I would give you is don't even do this type of content unless you own it.
Yeah.
Like you're just going to get shut down.
Yeah.
And why even put any energy into any of this if you don't own the rights to it? A lot of these bigger shareable viral companies, like when something crazy happens, they call up the person that posted the original video and they buy the rights to it and then put it on their channel and they own it. So it's just a hard business to get into, honestly. But if you're funny or entertaining or, do sketch comedy, like Studio C, then you can definitely create content that's shareable, that goes viral consistently and, have a formula and a pattern for it. Look at someone like Devin Supertramp. He goes viral almost every video he puts up. Dude Perfect goes viral almost every video they put up. So there is a way and a formula to have these shareable viral moments that is reproduced, but it's probably the hardest thing on YouTube to do, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. So I think general advice is always be very careful with other people's content. And there's always going to be circumstances where a certain channel is successful with perhaps borrowed copyright content, and you're thinking, well, can't I do exactly the same thing? Why are they being successful? It's the nature of YouTube, and I think following bad practices is never a route to success. All right, next channel looks like a YouTuber here at the very beginning of their YouTube journey, Grimtown 1080p, a channel with 20 subscribers. And I think I picked this one just to say, folks, in the chat, what are all of the things that this channel could do right now to improve their channel in terms of what we're seeing here? And like maybe if it will. There used to be a game, and Jeremy's probably going to have no idea what I'm talking about here, a game called Mallet's Mallet in the UK, where I would say one thing related to a topic, and then Jeremy would say another thing, and we'll keep going until we run out of things. So, Jeremy, if you just say one word about this channel that we can improve, then I'll start. So, channel banner.
Yeah, and then I'll use the chat over here. People are saying thumbnails, banners.
Playlists.
Yep.
About section.
And also people are saying drop the 1080p from your channel name because that doesn't make any sense. Because everything's 1080p at this point.
Yep. What I will say, as people continue in the comments, is I think I can tell what your channel is about at this point. It seems to be specifically about a game called Tale of Sniper. So you already have a topic which you're niched down on, which is great. You have all of these suggestions that people are coming out with. Work on these to build out your channel. Have we got anything else there, Jeremy, in the chat?
Just get your thumbnail game on. Gaming channels are all about the thumbnail. Like 80% of the beginning phases of a channel that gets successful as a gamer is about the titles and thumbnails, honestly.
So Grimtown 1080p, welcome to YouTube. Congratulations on getting 20 subscribers in what seems like 2 days. Like you've only been on YouTube 2 days at this point, video creating. You're already doing custom thumbnails. You've got some content out there. Brilliant stuff. Take each one of these topics, maybe create a list and work on each of those over the next couple of days, weeks, and improve your channel like 1% every day with fleshing out. So good luck and congratulations on joining the YouTube journey. All right, who have we got next? I think this is another translated channel. This is Mustaches and Muzzles. Wow, I don't know where to start with this channel. It has 15 subscribers, I think, not 1,515.
I love this weird error that it's doing.
Yeah, I had no idea why that's doing that, but yeah. We're going to try and boost everybody's subscriber rate by thousands just through the bug today. What do we have here then? Looks like it might be a channel about pets at least, or cats specifically. Okay.
10 reasons to castrate your dog or cat.
Yeah, I mean, if that's a highly searched term.
So, I will say that they have a lot going on for them. They have good titles. They have phenomenal thumbnails. The only problem with their thumbnails is they don't have consistency. Yeah. Imagine if they have these amazing thumbnails, but they're all like the same color and font. Imagine how much more you would be able to see your brand. If you cannot point out from across the room your thumbnails versus someone else's, then you don't have a consistent brand, and people that view your channel will not know what your thumbnails are.
Yeah, so I've just marked out 3 thumbnails here, which both have good elements in themselves. I think the top one in particular is interesting, but as you say, Jeremy, if we put them aside, mix them up with lots of pet dog type content, would you be able to pick these 3 thumbnails out and say this is from the channel that we're auditing?
And these look like 3 different channels.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what happens is our brain likes patterns. So when you're on the right-hand side rail and you're on one of your videos, you want your other videos to pop out like the Matrix. You really want them to pop, and you want people to know what they are. So consistency, patterns, colors, typography, these are absolutely key. It doesn't make it boring. It makes it consistent so that people know this is the official thumbnail of your channel.
I'm just reading the description here to find out a little bit more about the channel. Maybe some things may be lost in translation there, but I have added another 15,000 subscribers to your channel as I do that. It's learned for independent protectors of dogs and cats. So this looks to be a channel about how to care for your pet, look after your pet. So I think there's certainly lots of opportunities for different types of series and show formula, Jeremy, as you often like to talk about.
Patsy says she thinks there's too much pastels, and the only thing I would rebuttal to that is if the target audience was 3 to 6 year olds, then it wouldn't be too much color. So identifying who is watching these videos really needs to determine how your designs are, because the mind of a 3 or 6 year old is a lot different than a 36 year old.
Yeah. All right. So that is mustaches and muzzles. Wow. They've now got 15.
15.
What's 151,000 subscribers in the space of 30 seconds. This is amazing stuff here. Folks, this may be a new vidIQ tool that we've released and the developers not told me about, but just refreshing your channel adds hundreds of thousands of subscribers onto your channel.
Somebody needs to screen capture this and do some Twitter stuff.
Yeah, Kids Colors, 183 subscribers currently. Let's have a look at some of the thumbnails here. We'll be able to find some real powerful stuff here. It looks like a channel that's relatively new, a month old, and I would say lots of brilliant stuff already happening on this channel. Big, bright thumbnails, definitely appealing to the target audience. Logo
thumbnails of the day.
Yeah, logo looks a little too big to me at the moment, like a logo of a panda, and I'm not sure how that relates to the channel itself. But yeah, Jeremy, if you want to let loose on the quality of the thumbnails, go for it.
Yeah, me personally, just knowing like how kids' brains work a little bit, because I still am a kid. This panda is phenomenal, and it's phenomenal for a lot of different reasons, but the biggest is just, it's their channel. So if you're a fan of their channel, subconsciously, if you're a 4-year-old, you won't know to hit subscribe, you won't know how to read, but you will know that panda on the right-hand side. So The panda's brilliant, the colors are brilliant, it's obviously for young kids, and I definitely would say these are the best thumbnails we've seen today by far.
Yeah. And I was just checking that to make sure that you have videos in thumbnails, because as we know, often parents like to put children in front of YouTube and then let them watch YouTube for a while, and putting videos in playlists allows your videos just to loop on, which is fantastic that I see here. You created a specific playlist here of 11-minute videos for kids. So is that a compilation that's been put together there? Maybe. Yeah, it looks as if there's one here that's 11 minutes. So you're already, I think, catching on with the idea of producing longer content. And I've said this before, and people have commented on this. When I see a channel that is getting more views than subscribers, that's a very healthy thing to see, because that means YouTube is sharing your content out to an audience wider than your subscriber base. And I think there can only be good things going on here. I think this is, Jeremy, just a video that I maybe a channel that I want to look at a video for maybe 30 seconds. So let's click into one and see what we can find.
Intro's too long. Look at that. Click to subscribe. That's pretty good.
Pink. Red.
So you were saying there, Jeremy, that the intro was maybe a little too long for this video.
I would not have the intro more than 2 or 3 seconds.
Okay. Is that specific to children's content, or are we meaning that in a more general sense?
It's more general. However, specifically for children, they're way more ADD than even us.
Yeah.
So specifically with children, 1-2 seconds, just get that intro out of the way. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
And then for adults, you want to do a tease first and then intro.
Yeah.
So you have to hook them to give them a reason to watch before you show them a logo.
I think the background music is really adding something to our channel audit here. I'm just looking at the tags. Tags seem to be generally... I need to stop that music now, it's driving me crazy. The tags are maybe a little too broad, would you possibly suggest? I mean, they've got the learn colours for children. Maybe bring them more towards the top.
When you have a new channel, always go long tail.
Exactly, yeah. Brilliant advice.
A new channel is never going to rank for the word color.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're up to 1 million plus subscribers, but you're just not going to rank for kids. You're not going to rank for baby learn. You're not going to rank for videos or baby or color. Not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
If you could take and focus all of those to 5 or 6 or 10 long tail keywords, you may be able to rank for something like learn how to color or whatever, whatever people are searching for, a long tail phrase. Focus on 4 or 5 of those phrases that the video is about, and you will rank better than you would for these bigger general terms.
All right, then. So that's kids with colours. Folks, what we are going to do now is take what I like to now phrase the vidIQ restroom break. So if you need to refresh, we'll be back in 2 minutes. See you then.
Показую розрізані банкноти лицеву і тильну сторону і введення на загалом світі такий вид продукції, як пам'ятні банкноти, присвячені знаковим подіям в історії культури країни, є досить популярною справою, то в нас це не було дуже поширено. Правда, такі банкноти, можна сказати,
Hey. Hey, Rob, no one can hear you.
Okay, let's do all of that again. I do apologise. Jeremy just telling me that I'm talking to nobody because I turned off a microphone for the break. So to quickly refresh, I apologise if you heard any Russians talking. I couldn't find the video that was playing out in the background. I was loading up some tabs. Jeremy's back here looking refreshed and cool. That was a transition for Question of the Week. And the Question of the Week comes from Tabby's Universe. And the question is, what is a good click-through rate? What does YouTube consider a good click-through rate, and what click-through rate should you be aiming for? Jeremy, you go first, and then I will chip in with what I think about click-through rates.
I want everyone to know that this is kind of a BS number. I mean, the truth is, when YouTube actually sends you more traffic that isn't part of your universe of subscribers and people that would normally consume your content, your click-through rates are going to go down. I have thumbnails on my channel that are 15%. I have thumbnails on my channel that are 1%. And honestly, I don't care, but I use it less like science and more like a barometer to know when I get a thumbnail that has 10, 15%, click-through rate, I know I'm the right track. That's a really big number. But let me explain what happens. So what happens is let's say I had a hashtag video that got like 11,000 views on a very small channel. I have like 4,000 subscribers, and this one video got like 11,000 views. The source of my views came from search. I rank like number 2 or 3 for the word YouTube hashtag. So what happened was people typed in YouTube hashtag, and guess what? They found my video on the right-hand side. So what happens is my video is extremely relevant to their search intent. So my click-through rates were higher. So don't think for a second that there's like one standard. It depends on how people are consuming your videos. Another example, a personal example, is the King of Random, a dude with 10 million subscribers, shared one of my videos on his community tab recently. And I had 0.09% impressions to views. And I was very cool with that because this guy shared his video.
Yep. All right, so here are my thoughts. YouTube in their help say that a typical click-through rate is 2 to 10%. But I think, as Jeremy says, that trying to follow other people's click-through rates comparisons is a little worthless. You should be looking to improve your own click-through rate on your channel. you can look at it on individual videos and it'll be up and down, and that's an indication of where the video is in search or if it's on suggested. Like as Jeremy says on his hashtag video, we've got one which has 12% click-through rate, and one of the reasons because of that is because it's number 1 in the search rankings. We have another video on hashtags which is number 2 in the rankings, and that gets a click-through rate of around 4%. So purely on YouTube real estate can have a massive impact on your click-through rate. But as with YouTube as a whole, the long game should be to increase the overall clickability of your thumbnails for your channel as a whole, and to just slowly increase that. And it's like it is like moving an oil tanker. As you saw, I was improved from 2.5% to 3.5%. Now it's at 4.1%. So it's getting close to doubled in 12 months. But because you've got so many videos already on the channel, and they're picking up impressions every single day, it just takes a long time to move that needle. But if you're concentrating on the things that can improve click-through rate, such as better thumbnails, then you are on the right track. And I would say if you have above 10% click-through rate, you're doing awesome. Your channel is amazing. But most people are going to probably be in, I would say, that 4 to 8% range. And if you can improve that throughout each month, then thumbs up to you. So that is our topic of the week, and we'll probably do some Ask Us Anything later on, because I've got a fantastic transition for that. But before we do that, Jeremy, are you ready for some more channel audits?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I've got one lined up here for this person who posts so often on the channel, and they definitely deserve a channel audit from us. Jeremy, can you now see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay, now I just want to click one more button. You should be able to see it now because you've disappeared on my screen. So let's go back to these channel audits, and the first channel we are going to be looking at in part 2 of today's live stream is Cooking Lessons for Dad. Congratulations on 2,000 subscribers, first of all. Cooking Lessons for Beginners, an interesting channel name with Cooking Lessons for Dad. Anything, Jeremy, that you can pick up immediately here as we start to look through the thumbnails, the channel banner, with content that's been put together here? What do we think?
Yeah, I think, can you scroll up to the banner a little bit?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so you know what's missing from this banner for me? A dad.
The host, I would say.
Possibly
the host dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know, like for me, I am a dad and I can't cook, and maybe this channel would appeal to me if it appealed to me, but right now I don't really relate to it. So as probably a target demographic for your channel, I just, like, from a subconscious perspective, I just can't relate to it. So I want to see either the host telling me how to cook as a dad, or a host with her husband or whatever, or her dad. And I don't know, I just want to see more visual correlation there. And then the thumbnails are good, but they're not super consistent with color.
Right. Yeah. So I think, as you say, Jeremy, the channel name suggests a story, but then we don't really see these story elements being represented in the branding and the graphics. Yeah. Okay. Anything else we can look at then specifically? Because we understand that it's a channel for beginners. Are there any maybe keywords that maybe should be included to help this channel target the right audience?
Yeah, so a lot of the way you're titling are more for maybe recipes. So a lot of people type in like how to make basil pesto. They don't type in homemade basil pesto necessarily. So so how to hard boil eggs in a microwave perfectly.
I was just taking that from the first thumbnail there, just to see where we can improve
so
things.
Make hard boiled eggs is actually not near as much search intent as how to make. So really just understand and study what people and matching the 50% search intent and 50% passion of teaching people how to cook. Marry those two concepts together, and you're just going to fundamentally get a lot more views. Another thing I would do is I might make a series and a series playlist on egg recipes and, soups and, whatever. Like, there's just so much food out there. I love the twist for dads, cooking for dads.
Yeah.
But right now in your titles, you don't really use that twist. So maybe that twist should be easy recipes. Type in easy recipes real quick.
You're going to ask me to spell recipes now. It's easy. Phew. I got it there.
So easy recipes for kids, for snacks, for dinner, for lunch. So maybe you want to focus your entire channel on something like easy recipes. I know as a dad, I'm super lazy.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something like easy recipes that can really tie and correlate your entire channel into dads.
So just easy recipes for lazy people.
That's great.
I'm just intrigued. Does this bring up anything? Easy recipes for lazy dads. Nothing specifically, no.
But it's great, right? I mean, there's something there. Easy recipes is my opinion.
Yeah.
Obviously, with more work, you could probably find something. But I would find your core keyword fundamentals like easy recipes for, and make all your videos around that. Have the sub theme and the theme as cooking for dads.
Yeah.
But at the same time, from a search and tip perspective, find something that matches what dads are. Personally, I think we're lazy, but maybe I'm the only one that's lazy. I don't know.
So could that possibly become the value proposition? It might be like easy cooking recipes, videos your useless cooking dad could follow. Well, not quite as insulting as that, but recipes that your dad could make or something along those lines as a value proposition rather than maybe the title of the channel. Is that what we're thinking? Maybe? Yeah,
and also right now the title of the channel is also the value proposition: cooking lessons for dads, cooking lessons for beginners.
Yeah.
Maybe the value proposition is something like recipes so easy your dad can make them.
Yeah, there you go. That's a sort of value proposition I was after. Okay. So there you are, cooking lessons for dad. Congratulations on 2,000 subscribers. Let me just stress that once again. And just before we leave this channel, I want to look at the most popular videos to see if there's any themes that we can see here. We got at least 2 or 3 videos with how to. I don't know if you saw as well, I was quickly doing a search which was how to, and then any particular cooking verbs like how to grill, how to roast, how to smoke. And there seems to be a lot of autocomplete suggestions coming up there. And there's one example here of Dad's favourite chicken stew. And there's another one there. So he does make what you might call cameo appearances on your channel. Whether that's you could do it on a more regular basis, or as Jeremy says, that becomes more of a value proposition than the channel.
You could even
name.
just be in the banner and the thumbnails.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily have to be on screen.
Yeah.
Dragon says cooking lessons for dad is keep coming up a lot as well, so you may want to look at that one as well.
Yeah. All right then. So that is cooking lessons for dad. That kicks off round 2 of channel audits today. Next channel we are looking at here is Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. Oh, that rhymes. I like that. Nearly 2,000 subscribers. Congratulations on hitting that target in advance. Home decor, thrifting, life, and makeup. I think always for a channel that's to do with creativity and makeup, we want to see some very colourful, punchy thumbnails. And do we see that in these thumbnails? Probably the first thing I'm looking at here is a lack of consistency with text, but at the same time, as we move into the fall or autumn for us British language speaking people, some very colourful thumbnails, but consistency wise, maybe not quite connecting there. What are your thoughts, Jeremy?
So my first thoughts is this person is extremely brilliant because fall in the United States does not actually happen until later this week. And she already has a whole
Yes.
lot of fall 2018. So kudos to you for thinking ahead.
Brilliant, yeah.
Trends are really important.
Yeah.
However, you're missing the boat a little bit, and I want to give you a little advice here. I would find the keywords people are searching for, like fall decor 2018, and put that in the beginning of every one of your series of videos for fall, and then make a series playlist like fall decorating ideas 2018, something like that. I'm not sure which one it would be, but find what people are searching for with fall and interior design 2018, and then put that at the beginning of every one of these titles, and then what the video is about will be the rest of the title. Go ahead.
I was going to say, very interesting here on the autocomplete that a lot of fall decor and such topics involve visiting a store of some kind.
And there's potential brand opportunities, where a store could actually sponsor you long term.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I think you were just making a point there, Jeremy. Go ahead.
Yeah, just find a theme for all of these videos to fit in so that you have more opportunity to rank for a lot more videos for a similar topic. And then just try to find a way to make your typography more consistent.
Yeah.
And bolder and bigger.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, just checking the description here. So it is to do with shopping for bargains and decorating, perhaps on a budget. So I think there's a theme maybe just eking out there in the description as well. So maybe something, certainly as we saw with fall decor and all of these different retail stores coming up, there might be some good keyword combinations coming up there.
But does that make sense? She has all the ingredients to get 5 times more views than she's getting.
Yeah.
But if she just kind of themed it exactly what people are searching for and put that theme in every one of her videos, I'm guessing 5 times more views.
Awesome. All right, next channel we have is Metis Television. Well, this is very local to you, Jeremy. You should know all about what's going on here.
I'm in Dallas. Represent.
So what is this channel about then? I don't think it's a YouTube channel from a television station.
I have no idea. I'm very confused.
Yeah.
So we have to click on a video.
Yeah. Let's go for the Friday chill outs.
All right, everyone. Welcome to a very unusual episode to a very special episode of the Friday Chill. This is our first episode, and believe it or not, you just seen my face.
Okay, there's a face reveal. Hello to you, Metis Television. No video tags, even no channel tags, video optimization. All right, let's just rewind for a second here. I think there's some fundamental questions that we need to ask the video creator. What is the channel about? It's not about a television station. It looks about... So I think what you're trying to do is turn your YouTube channel into a television station, which is confusing in the 2018 world of video content. And your location says you're in the Philippines, but yeah, very confusing for me here.
Yeah, we love you, Metis, but you gotta tell us what you're doing. We don't understand. We suggest you find a focus, and if you're in the Philippines, then don't say Dallas because that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, we gotta figure out. You have to figure out what your focus is, and then go make consistent content around that focus. And TV's dying. So
yeah, I will just end this by saying 2 weeks. You already have an audience watching your content,
awesome.
Which is fantastic. So it feels as if you have the beginnings of something. We just don't know what it is. So that's to work on. I think we'll best.
You got this.
Yeah, you got this. Let's move on then. We're looking at Forgotten Productions. Congratulations in advance on the 100 subscribers that you will reach very soon.
Awesome.
And channel is 6 months old. You haven't produced that many videos.
I think we're gonna have
recently.
to click on a video for this one. We don't understand already. I think
It looks like some sort of
this is like a ghost hunter type thing.
based urban explorers exploring abandoned locations. It looks like here from.
I think this is like a
thumbnails.
ghost hunter type thing.
Yeah. All right, let's click on exploring an abandoned high school for a few seconds. Let's hope there's no scary moments here. Because I do not do well with...
You didn't do Blair Witch Project?
That's why I don't watch anything anymore.
Let's check it out. See how big it is.
So believe it or not, and I'm sure you guys already know this, but these videos are insanely popular. In fact, a lot of big YouTubers like Chadwell Clay are doing these like mystery adventures now and making these like almost television-like productions around these type of elements. So these videos can be very popular. I have a couple of recommendations for you. One is I would actually figure out what people are searching for, because I don't think it's the word abandoned. I think it's more like haunted house tour and adventure and things. So I would really figure out what people are searching for and make content around that. Two, I would use the same text typography every time and make your fonts a little bolder. Three, I would make a lot more clickbait-ish thumbnails if the videos are good enough. So for example, if you get freaked out or the wind blows or a candle blows out or something weird happens while you're exploring these abandoned places, then really highlight that thing that freaked you out and make it bigger. So for example, the door with the latch and the paint, that's about perfect. That's literally about the perfect thumbnail. I also really like the Hoarder's Haunted House. It looks creepy and you have the saturation up. That looks really good. So I think your typography needs some work, but basically make it feel creepier.
Include the heroes in the thumbnail, or do you think it's more important to show as bigger image of the abandoned location?
If the heroes are freaked out, I think it's a good idea to show someone screaming, or their hair standing up, or something weird.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think the location is the hero in this case.
Okay, and so that's Forgotten Productions there, and just looking. Last thing I want to see is I think the consistency is there. It's like one video every month. I guess it's something that, as I see from the video length, looking at 10 minutes, 20 minutes, there's probably quite a bit of editing that goes into those. So is there a possibility you can maybe include some teaser content, like maybe take out bits and pieces of these videos to include on your channel, just maybe to keep the consistency going on? Like, what are your thoughts on that generally, Jeremy? We talk about this with animation style channels where it can be weeks, sometimes months between content. How do you keep your audience engaged and involved if they're possibly not going to hear from you for an extended period of time?
I'm not a big fan of repurposing content that's already on YouTube, and YouTube's not a fan of this either. Every second on YouTube can audibly and visually be, is actually, you can see, YouTube can see every second of audio and visual content for copyright claiming. So I'm not a big believer of that per se on the same platform. Obviously, taking these clips and putting them on other platforms, I think is a great idea. But I'm a big fan of going live. So let's say you have, a channel and you can only do one new video a month. Maybe you have 2 or 3 live shows as well.
Awesome. All right then. So Forgotten Productions there. Good luck with the rest of your abandoned projects. Next channel we are looking at is Pro Gamer TV Gaming. I think this is astonishing that this is the first gaming channel we're looking at today, and this does look as if it's a channel which is a foreign language one again. I don't have the ability to translate this one, so we may struggle a little bit here with feedback. But congratulations on 200 subscribers. I haven't posted a video in 4 weeks. Is that dreaded situation of you go back to school and then there's just no time for video content production, possibly? Any thoughts here? Generally, Jeremy, we're looking at a channel that I don't really know what the focus of their gaming is. It could be Sky Wars. It could be Hyperpixel Minecraft.
Yeah, actually, I think the creator's doing a pretty good job on clickbait style stuff, like PewDiePie is gay and OMG, my first Victoria Royal victory. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think that, as long as the title delivers, it's not clickbait. If PewDiePie isn't really gay, then this is just bad. This is misinformation, and it's not a good thing for the world to be duped. It may be fun or funny, and maybe that's okay in those circumstances. But the reality is, if it's true or if your promise delivers, then it's not clickbait. Otherwise, you're just feeding the junk machine of YouTube. And I know that's a little harsh, but it's also the reality. With almost 500 hours of content uploaded every minute on YouTube, you don't want to be the cause of bad content. You want to create content that's going to help people, entertain them, improve their lives, do something good for this world. And I know I'm preaching right now, but the reality is we have to be careful with clickbait, because I can assure you that Facebook and YouTube and Google and all these platforms are doing everything in their power to eradicate that.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's part of your plan as a channel, the entire system is against you.
Yeah. All right. So some lessons there for some sort of YouTube lessons for you there, Pro Gamer TV Gaming. What are we going to look at?
Sorry, I got so real there, Pro Gamer TV.
That's okay. I think sometimes the hard truths need to be said, and like you say, the short-term gains may jumpstart your channel for a couple of days, but in the long term, is that really going to sustain your channel? And the answer could well be no in this case. Right, next channel. We're going to look at another gaming channel here. I think it's Mr. Tor Build. Let's just click on the thumbnails first of all. All right, so you're a fairly young YouTuber. Welcome to YouTube. Fantastic that you're using this as your creative outlet, and congratulations on the 350 plus subscribers that you have. You do Sunday morning and free time gaming streams. I love that you're telling me when it's effective from. Like, this is definitely one of these back to school channels that's still pushing hard to keep their content coming out fresh. It looks like you're based in Germany as well, but you're doing an English-based channel, I think, unless this was all traveling. But you're covering many different topics here, talking about Hurricane Florence, so very topical issues here. I would say I can't see too much gaming content on here. It seems like it's more of a vlog style. So I will upload approximately 16 from my European trip. Make sure you follow my updates. What could we say here about this channel then, Jeremy, just as I look at the description? We'll get back to the thumbnails in a second.
Have fun.
Yeah, it does.
Be a creator.
Right, yeah.
Learn. As you grow up a little bit, you're going to understand what your kind of passions and focuses are, and those are going to change, and that's okay.
Yeah.
If you want to go into just vlogging, that's cool too. The cool thing about vlogging is you don't have to have a focus. You can go to the zoo, you can, talk about the hurricane, you can do whatever you want. You just have to develop your personality and make people fall in love with your personality so they subscribe and tell their friends. So there is a platform and a way to be a creator where content isn't, the focus doesn't matter. It's you as a personality that matters in vlogging. But if you want to be a gamer, then you got to be very, very focused on that. So right now, you've got almost 400 subscribers. You're having fun. It looks like you're making great videos. Enjoy it. If you want to get serious, focus down, niche on one thing, make weekly content, up your thumbnail game about 30%, and the world's yours.
Yep. I would agree completely with the first thing you said there, Jeremy. Just enjoy being a video creator at the start of your journey and use this opportunity to learn how to produce content on the YouTube platform, learn how to vlog if you're interested in that, and all the camera equipment and the editing that you're using. And once you are happy and you feel you're confident with the specific content that you want to push, then focus down on that. All right then, folks, what we're going to do right now, I'm going to just return to Jeremy here on screen. We are going to jump into Ask Us Anything. So this is your opportunity for the next 5 to 10 minutes to ask us anything. So Jeremy's going to keep an eye on the questions, and I'm going to try and answer the questions as best as we can as we start with this transition, which hopefully is going to be awesome. Some shocking YouTube-style, weird-looking faces coming up right now. Yeah, there we are, folks. Right, so if you do have a question, fire it in right away. Jeremy, can you see any there as we're coming in?
Yes.
Okay, what have we got from our wonderful audience here who've been with us now for an hour and 15 minutes? I think this is the longest time we've been doing a joint live stream, and this is going well, I think.
Hey, it's great for you and I. Hopefully everyone watching, the 118 of us watching, agrees. Make sure you ask questions for us. We have several people that are asking to audit their channels. The way we do that now is there's the link. I think Doberman can put that link back in there real quick for us.
Thanks, Doberman. Thank you very much.
So there's a link you'll see in the chat here that you can actually use. Honestly, we have 2 folks in an hour. We can't audit everyone's channel, but we are working through the list and we are trying. So we're doing the best we can. So don't give up on us, but at the same time, we can only do so many. So let's see here. Any questions you see so far, Rob?
Yeah, there was one from Retro Gamer Boy, we audited his channel a little while ago. Awesome thumbnails, awesome content. Still just a small channel trying to find his niche and maybe have breakthrough content. And he's asking, how do you analyze small data sets when the shifts can be so dramatic?
That's interesting. I mean, the way I kind of analyze data in general is I start from, analytics, and I go to traffic sources, and then I really start understanding where my views and subs came from. That's the first thing I do. So, small data sets, it doesn't really matter on YouTube. I mean, it's going to be, the data is the data, right? So traffic sources and all of that stuff are the same, whether it's 100 views or 100 million views. So I'm not exactly sure what he's asking here because the data is the data. But I would say when in doubt, look for trends, see what's working the best, and double down and do more of the stuff that's working the best. Using our channel audit feature makes a lot of this like hard ways to like figure out data pretty easy. You literally just click on the button, the channel audit button, see what's working best. You see what's doing the worst. You see what thumbnails, end screens, cards are missing, and you just act on it. So we're trying, vidIQ, we're trying to make your life as a creator and your journey as a YouTube creator easier. Rob, do you have any suggestions here? This is a hard one for me.
I would say just outside of the data, Retro Gamer Boy, your content is awesome. Like I was watching one about the 10 Easter eggs from retro games, and that I found that really interesting as a someone of a 1980s SNES, NES generation myself. So I think your content is awesome. And I would say when you see any spikes of any amount, let's say you get 100 views usually, and then all of a sudden you get a video that has 350 views. It's still a small sample size, but that is telling you so much from YouTube that there's something that you're going right. And we just go back to our presentation at the beginning, just seize the moment and double down on that opportunity as much as possible. But I think for you, Retro Gamer Boy, you're already producing the content that's awesome. You're just waiting for that one to really click. You're in that hustle stage. You've got that nailed down, and you're just waiting for good content to really connect with your audience. It's tough. All small YouTubers, especially now in 2018 when there's so much competition, 500 hours of content uploaded every minute. It's tough, but the cream will always rise to the top. It sometimes just takes a little longer these days. Right, let's try and get through some more questions. Somebody asked a question, is there any good free thumbnail editors? I suggest Canva. Jeremy, I think you suggest the GIMP as a good free thumbnail editor. Yeah. What else have we got on there?
There's a free version of Photoshop. It's not Photoshop. It's like a fake Photoshop. I forgot the name of it, but if you type in like free Photoshop or something, it acts exactly like Photoshop in your browser, and it's really cool and it's free. Another person asks, how do you build retention? I personally like to go to analytics, audience retention, and then there's two tabs. There's relative and absolute audience retention. I like to click on the second tab, which is absolute audience retention. And what's going to happen is you're going to see peaks and valleys. So it's actually going to visually show you where people are leaving your content. And Rob, what do we do with, seeing this chart? How can we make our retention better by seeing when people are leaving?
Yeah, so if you see a particular section where there's a dip, and it might be because you've analysed that section of the video and maybe you were rambling too much about a particular topic, or you'd already delivered the value of the video in the title, and then you still got valuable stuff, but the people have got what they want, and then they leave. Like an example I did on Monday was the subscribe button, and we talked about it for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but I tried to add a lot more value there. Okay, this is a subscribe button, this is how you set it up. But if you want to create a custom one, this is how you do it. And then importantly, if you want to analyze the results of that, then you can check the analytics. So I was trying to add extra value as much as possible. The other thing I would say is pattern interrupts. You may need to do Google search on what this is in general, but I don't know if you've noticed, but we're actually trying to add more pattern interrupts into the live stream. Now, this is a bit of a different environment where we know the audience is going to stay for longer, but you can see that we're adding these transitions. We've added a break. We're now doing any questions. Next, we're going to do a quick fire audit round. So we're trying to break things up and keep you interested, keep you thinking, oh, what's coming up next? And maybe in the future, we'll do better things, like we'll do more shout outs, or we'll do like a giveaway at the end. That's something that we want to try and introduce to help keep you engaged in the content. So there's all sorts of little strategies and tactics that you can try. But yeah, audience retention is damn hard. Keeping viewers engaged who have a less attention span than a goldfish, apparently these days, is tough. And that's something that we're all trying to work on. Right, sorry. We keep. Let's try and do some quick fire questions and answers then. So Jeremy, let's start with you. Quick question, quick answer.
All right. We need analytics for beginner series, please. Rob, can we make a video on the basics of analytics for beginners?
If that's what people are asking for, then that's what we shall deliver, yes. We do a 60-second series, which does very basic explanations of analytics. Check that out. There's lots of stuff on there. Next question we have got is Bon Event. I did the subscribe tip from yesterday, and the entire video of a branding image is not appearing. A lot of people have been telling me that in the comments. This seems to be a YouTube problem. I don't know why this is not appearing for some of you. I've now posted a link to the support page on YouTube to check it out, but I think it's a case of reporting it to YouTube, and they maybe do a little tweak to your channel. I don't know why that's not working. Next question.
All right. Do you have any tips for beauty channels? My biggest tip for a beauty channel is your thumbnail has to be perfect, or like 99% perfect. Yeah. You need to show before and afters, and you have to very much focus on just the eye or the eyebrow or the lips. It has to be amazing for people to want to click on beauty.
And I think I would just add as well, beauty channels maybe are a little similar to gaming channels in that it's not just about the product or the game, it's about you as the individual. So when you're doing the, maybe putting the makeup on your face, like anecdotes of stories that make people interested in you is probably as important as well. Next question, got any tips for a game review channel? Check out our 10 tips to start a gaming channel in 2018. It's the highest ranked video on YouTube right now. So I'm going to say that's the best video on YouTube in the world ever on starting a gaming channel. What's next?
Wow,
that's a boast. But YouTube has proven it. We're top of the search terms.
All right. Any tips for sneaker channels?
I think
talk to Gary V.
Find the rarest sneakers that you can, or I guess the same as like the retro gaming boy one, like the best 10 Nike sneakers that you have. I suppose the question back to you is, how much access do you have to these sneakers? If you don't have access to the products, then maybe listicle videos that include a lot of images of the pictures, a lot of images of the products may help.
It also comes to what you're trying to do. If you're trying to sell sneakers, that's a different strategy than trying to get views and subscribers. The best way to get views and subscribers is to be one of like the 30 people that get these rare Nikes or Reeboks or whatever and unbox them and talk about them, because no other humans in the world can actually touch these sneakers. So I think there's a lot of ways you can have a very successful sneaker channel, but at the end of the day, I think it's all about understanding what your goal is.
Next question is from King Swisser 32. How do I grow if I work full time? You stream Sunday and Monday and get past just doing giveaways. I am a gaming channel with 36 subs. I think just doing a channel on exclusively live streaming channel, it's very difficult to build an audience. Usually a live stream is your core community, which is what we have here right now at vidIQ, and it's awesome that you join us here for this. But I think live streaming when you don't have an audience is very difficult to do, so you might want to think about doing some on-demand videos which have more search intent possibilities. Anything to add from you, Jeremy, there?
I would just say, if you're doing gaming, just get crazy and out there. Do something someone's not doing. One of the channels I helped recently, before I came to vidIQ, they do retrospectives, gaming retrospectives. So like really understanding why the game happened and all the nerd stuff, right? Like if you're a real nerd gamer, you probably know like the history of the game. So history of gaming, for various games is actually pretty big deal. And this guy is gonna get millions and millions of views and hundreds of thousands of subscribers at his current rate, because he was able to really just focus and niche down. So if you're doing gaming, besides watching the number one channel video in the world that Rob made, I would try to get weird, like try to stand out and provide value of type that typically isn't provided.
Thank you very much for your questions this week. We will do a lot more next week, I think, but I'll get back to you that a little later on. It's now time for quick fire audit rounds. Jeremy, let's do this.
All right.
Quickly trying to press the buttons to make sure that Jeremy can see my screen. Okay, You can see my screen. Right, we're going to try and get through these as quickly as possible with as much valuable information as we can. First channel, My Creative Life, 400 subscribers. What can we say about this channel? I would say that the banner needs a value proposition. To tell us more about the channel, thumbnails lack consistency.
And put your face on the thumbnails.
Yeah.
And tell us exactly what this channel is about. Scrapbooking for life, something like that, but we don't know what the channel's about.
Yeah, scrapbooking is coming up a lot in titles, so certainly try and push that more in your content, I would say. Anything else to include? Yeah, more of your face and banners. Consistency, because the fonts keep changing quite a lot from thumbnail to thumbnail. And is it good to have this maybe white line on the thumbnails? Because that seems to be just blending into the background, especially on the white layout of YouTube.
With all the multivariate testing we've done a lot of white background testing, and the only thumbnails that perform better with white is ones that make the thumbnail look like a different shape.
Yeah.
Another thing you have to understand is a lot of people are now using like the dark mode
Yeah.
on YouTube. So a lot of people are using this, and it just came out on both iOS and Android. So I would really just stay away from white altogether on thumbnails.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, Jeremy Vest is the multivariant king. The number of tests he's done with multivariants just blows my mind. Next channel, William Murfitt Golf, 200 subscribers, or about to be 200 subscribers. Congratulations on that. Some nice looking consistency in some of the thumbnails here. I like this little shaped line that goes across and tells you about the content. Looks if you do some interviews with golfers. It's just like almost like a golfing adventure vlog journey. Some of the fonts are looking a little bit 1996, I might suggest, but you've evolved these over the last few weeks, which is brilliant. I'm not really seeing golf strongly in these titles. What else is there for you, Jeremy?
Yeah, just tell us what kind of golf specifically you're covering, like golf interviews or pros, or and tell us in the titles, the beginning of the titles. So then come up with a series name, Golf Pro Germano Settling or whatever. Do something where people are searching for that, but also you're using the key terms quickly in the title that people are searching for. And then, your thumbnails are getting better every week. So just keep on improving them. You're doing a good job.
You're doing a lot of interviews with some well-known people. Like I know who Dean Ashton is, for example, a former footballer in the UK, and presumably some other celebrities who are interested in golf. So it looks as if you have access to people. Maybe you just sell a bit more in your value proposition as well up there. So that's William Murfitt Golf. Next channel we're looking at is Chimney. 12 subscribers, a brick wall as a channel banner. For how long will YouTube last? That's a very philosophical debate, that question. How to be a maverick, recording, falling asleep, waking up. What is this channel about? That's my question I'm asking.
Chimney, you may be a hater. I'm not sure, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know what? Have fun, man. Do what you're doing. Try to incorporate your face in your banner and have a value proposition. Tell us what your channel's about. Yeah. Just tell us. Don't make me guess. If you just want to say silly pranks and weird stuff, that's cool. But tell us.
There we are. He's just recording me being an idiot.
I like it, but put that in the banner.
Yeah.
Just me being an idiot, and then have a picture of yourself.
It's funny. I feel as if as we quickly go for these channel audits, we'll have a bit of a bad cop, good cop routine. Like I just jump into a channel, tell you everything that's wrong with it, and it's Jeremy's. Just have fun. You're doing all right. Things are going well. Next channel, Storm Access. I think 2,500. Yeah, 2,500 subscribers. Looks as if it's a channel that's to offer people wallpapers. And wow, look at the view counts here. This is what I immediately see, a channel that's doing really well in terms of audience reach. We're getting some high likes to dislikes ratios. I'm not sure why that is. We'd have to maybe look at the channel more.
It could be paid.
Yeah, let's just jump into a channel. I guess the question is it just a video with music with the wallpapers, and are then those wallpapers downloadable? Looks as if they are. So that's an interesting concept of still images on YouTube, but it almost has that listicle vibe where, okay, this is number 2, but then I've got to wait maybe 10 seconds to look at number 4 and then number 6. And that could be an interesting way of gaining watch time. So I think it's a channel that's doing very well with the unique approach, Jeremy. Any thoughts?
Yeah, a couple of thoughts is one, put a value proposition on your banner. So
yeah,
best wallpapers for gaming or whatever. Another thing I would do is I would actually put some type of movement on your background. So like zoom in and out or something with music or something to make them more dynamic. Mm-hmm. The reality is, if this is just pictures, then it's not a video. And I say that with all due respect. Obviously, you're getting views, but try to make your backgrounds feel like videos. Maybe have the layers. Let's say you have a cool background. Maybe the moon is going around the sun, or maybe the lake here, the steam is coming off of it. Try to find and make a way to make these backgrounds actually animated, like this one right here. Cool. Yeah. So the clouds are moving. That's awesome.
Ah, cool. Right. Yeah.
This is perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right,
So
here we
yeah,
go.
they're already doing this. So now animated backgrounds, that's really cool.
Nice. All right. So yeah, good channel there. So I think just a few tweaks to make sure we know what the value proposition is there. But Storm Access, awesome
Great
stuff. James Redden, top 10s list, 66 subscribers. We can see guns
Top
at the
10
top.
for what?
Yeah, exactly. And it looks to me like it's top 10 for Fortnite, I would say. All of these videos are Fortnite. So
Put that in the banner.
put that in the banner, yeah. And I'd say include top 10 in the title as well. I can't, you're using topped in some of the text, but then
Also used Fortnite at the beginning of the title.
yeah, so it says your channel is about top 10s. Your channel name is James Redden. I think decide exactly what your channel is going to be about. In the Fortnite genre, it's good that you're certainly targeting this genre, and you're getting like double digits and sometimes triple digit views for a channel that's already only a month old. So awesome, congratulations on that. But I think, Jeremy, you summed it up as soon as you saw the channel banner. Top 10 on what, and reinforce that in your content. Next channel, Extra Magic. Over 100 subscribers. Congratulations on cracking 100 subscribers. And I can see from the thumbnails, it looks to be a travel vlog of some kind, I would suggest. Getting in there very early with the Halloween there, I'd say, the trending topic. Maybe a little too early for that. But looks like you have you lead an interesting YouTube life. Again, how does that relate to the channel banner? This channel banner maybe suggested it's something about astronomy or space. Any thoughts there, Jeremy, just as I quickly look at the description?
Yeah, just tell us exactly. Don't let us guess. Tell us exactly what the channel's about. So, for example, roller coasters and cruise ships, like travel vlog for, fun travel vlog showcasing roller coasters, cruise ships, and other cool stuff. I don't know what your channel is about, but just tell us. Don't let us guess. The thumbnails are very good. It would be great to have some type of consistency, but it's good stuff. Like I'm excited. I want to go see, hey, how does this Cedar Point roller coaster work?
Yeah.
But at the same time, most people probably wouldn't even click on your channel because they don't know what it's about.
And we've already done that on My Creative Life. I've just done that, brought that up by accident. Okay, let's just quickly go back to Jeremy. I just want to bring up one more channel because I don't want you to feel as if we've missed out on one last channel there. Any thoughts about our general audits today, Jeremy? Anything coming up? Somebody's putting their phone number there as a channel link. I'm afraid I can't use that. Yeah, we can't call you and give you a channel audit here, unfortunately.
Yeah, just wrapping up the thoughts for today. It's awesome that you guys are in this journey. Being a YouTube creator is the hardest path, I think, with online social media. Making pretty pictures on Instagram with an iPhone is not super hard.
Oh, that's tough talk, Jeremy. Wow, he's dissing the entire Instagram audience here. This is, folks,
making hashtags is not real hard.
I'm gonna take this clip and I'm gonna post it on video on Twitter and Instagram that Jeremy does not like Instagram as fact.
No, I love Instagram and I like taking pictures. I'm just saying I think being a YouTube creator is a whole lot harder.
Yeah.
So it's awesome that you're on this platform. Just think like someone coming to your channel. So everything you do, just think common sense. So if someone came to our channel, what would they know what this channel is about? Would they get value or entertainment out of this channel? And then start thinking, would they click on this thumbnail because it's interesting, engaging, and exciting enough for them to actually click on it versus the competitors? how can I provide value for 7 to 12 minutes so that I can beat my competitors with watch time? Watch time really is the game right now. And how can I make consistency happen where we can get a lot of watch time for a little bit of work? For example, this live stream, we probably had just an hour or two of prep to get this ready in total. But
in reality, folks, it was about 5 minutes today.
hey, I had to do the presentation, so that was like at least 10
But
minutes.
hey, we've rocked it here, Jeremy. This is like we're on for an hour and 40, and I've not seen our concurrent viewers drop below like 110. You've all stayed with us throughout this, so awesome that you're committed and hopefully learning a lot from the channel audits. As I said,
Chimney, we are too old for your content. You're correct.
Indeed. Right, I did just have one more channel that I wanted to audit here because I didn't want to leave this person out. And this is Just Chill With My Dog, a channel that's hidden their subscriber count. So we don't know how many subscribers you have here, but it is all about looking after a pet, specifically a dog. It looks like a golden retriever. However, when I look at your videos, we've got a video on Spider-Man intro, one about Royal Rumble, and then plenty of videos about dogs. But where perhaps is the focus, and I think if I was going to give a suggestion here, is check out the Doberman Guys channel, which is very specific on Doberman dogs. You have a golden retriever. If you do some very specific videos on golden retrievers, you'd see a massive up spike in the community. Anything you can pick out here very quickly, Jeremy, as we're looking through the thumbnails?
Yep. Search intent plus passion equals views and watch time.
There we go. Boom. That is Jeremy summing up the entirety of today's channel audit. Thank you very much for your time, Jeremy. As always, I just want to get you back on screen to say our official goodbyes today. There he is, giving us a thumbs up. And everyone, as I say, thank you for joining this live stream. We've had an absolute blast as always. It just leaves me to say, I'm putting Jeremy on the spot here a little bit. I am at a wedding this time, well, not this time next Tuesday, but I will be on a plane back from a wedding this time next Tuesday. So Jeremy, are you going to be able to run this live stream channel audits by yourself next week? Yes or no?
Absolutely. I may phone a friend. But
awesome.
absolutely.
Oh, we're applauding Jeremy there. I think I have an audience applaud sound effect here somewhere that I've not quite used. I'm still trying to work out all of these buttons here. Oh, here it is, the crowd roar. There you are. Awesome news. The live stream will be on next week. Jeremy filling in on my shoes. Maybe you can get Leron in, the other master auditor on vidIQ here. I mean, we're putting him completely in a hole here. He has no idea that he's just been nominated to host next week. But there you are, folks. So I will see you in 2 weeks. Jeremy will see you in a week. If you enjoyed this live stream and you're not already subscribed to vidIQ, make sure you click that subscribe button, which is, I can't point because my fingers disappear off screen. Jeremy would have to point down to his bottom left to click on that subscribe call to action. If you enjoyed this video, of course, give us a thumbs up. And as always, Jeremy, let's do the what's it called? The end slogan.
I know it now.
You know it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enjoy the rest of your video making day. We haven't quite got the harmonies right there, but we will do for 2 weeks' time.